And welcome back to Memorial Stadium, where in the first half of play, 21-14, the Port Huron Northern Huskies had the lead over the Port Huron Big Reds in the Battle of Port Huron. I'm Derek Warwick. Joining me momentarily will be Damian Polak. A bit of a hunger break for him, and having a coffee down there, enjoying the festivities. So I'll be calling this one on my own for a bit, but nonetheless, here we go. Husky football. And taking at the 20, it's a lookout. He's got a lot of room to the 40. Look out, 45-50, down right there at midfield. And what a great run back there. As number 43, Steve German, with a beauty to start this second half of playoff. Of course, the first half, when you talk about it and what some of the things that happened in it, Anthony Malachi comes to mind in a big way for the Port Huron Northern Husky Club. Again, he had a few early on runs of just short yardage. Then, as the game progressed, a couple big ones, including a 60-plus yarder towards the end of the first half of play. That really did the damage for the Huskies. On the other side of the ball, of course, John Scott. A couple good runs off the fullback, blocking for him. And, well, what can you say? William Knight, when he's in there, just a fantastic player, and he really is the spark plug for this Big Red club. And as he demonstrated in the first half of play, well, whenever he's in there, this team is a different team. And great first half of play, exciting-wise, and a penalty just called. Of course, the Huskies going to be pushed back now to the 26-yard line. I'm not sure what the call was. Shock in motion. And Kemp back to pass. Over the middle, he's going deep and overthrows the intended receiver, number 87, Aaron White. And Damien again is about to join me here. Got a little caught up in the festivities at half, did you?
Yeah, I was checking out the Big Red Machine.
And what'd you think of that?
Oh, it's just a band program is just phenomenal, and they never cease to impress at every halftime show.
Okay, Port Huron Northern now on a 2nd and 10. And the give this time, shock. Nothing doing right there among tacklers, number 57, Randy Logan, in that mix, and a great stop there on the run. So it's a gain of 1, and it'll be 3rd down and 9 now. Again, the ball going to be marked at the 29-yard line. Actually, the 28 officially. 21-14, the Huskies on top. The Battle of Port Huron, and they're pumped about this. Big Red showing blitz. Kemp does avoid the blitz. I'm impressed by that, but a beautiful tackle there to trip him up. I believe that's number 80 on that tackle. Steve Hunt, the captain. That's 2 big tackles he's made, showing great captain leadership.
Looks like Kemp decided to tuck the ball under and run that one. He lost his balance there, but regained it. But Hunt, again, a big play with the trip up. And Northern will have to punt.
So, yep, 4th and 7. They look to be in punting formation. Back to return this one, the usual Tony Washington. And let's see what kind of pressure the Big Reds can get on this one. Here's the punt. Blocked! Oh, a huge block! Rolling in the end zone. Out of bounds. That's a break. Wow, that could have been a touchdown there. What a great special teams play.
Then it's a safety for PH.
I think that is the call. I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see, but
that's a big momentum changer.
So a safety has been brought up. What a great play. You know what I think happened there, Damien? I think William Knight from the outside, I think they were so concerned with him that they went out to the outside, and there were 3 or 4 blockers to the left nobody touched. That's a big play to start this half.
Oh, yeah. Then with Huskies have to kick off from the 20, I believe. So PH should have a pretty good field position here.
So that makes it even more interesting now, 21-16. And I'm not sure in high school rules, of course, in the pros, after a safety, you punt the ball. I'll see what happens here. I believe it's going to be a punt. Cranford and Washington back to receive this one. And what a change of pace. Wow, it could really be something should the Big Reds come down and score now. Interesting rule here. They kick it from the 15, it looks to be. So we'll see. And the kick. Going to be taken by Washington, it looks like. But Cranford wants it. Oh, they almost had an Alphonse Gaston act out there and brought down at the 37. But, you got to be sure. One man takes it always.
And they could have really capitalized, too, with kicking off from the 20. I mean, it wasn't an impressive punt, but they should have capitalized on that. And this is a miscommunication. So they get the ball at the 39.
Okay, so the Big Red fans again getting into this one, and rightfully so. Their team comes out with a safety in the first 2 minutes of the second half, and a beauty it was. Here's a snap, and this is Ricky Johnston, big hole, look out, 40, 35, brought down at the 30, no, keeps going, 22-yard line is where he is downed. Ricky Johnston, a big speed burst. This is a different team here in the second half.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what happened in that locker room, but the PH has a spark now. I think that block punt really was a momentum changer in favor of PH, so they're capitalizing on that.
Okay, so it's 1st and 10 now from the 23. And look out, John Scott breaks one tackle, breaks another, down to about the 17-yard line. Really confident on their running all of a sudden. So 9:43 to go. Big Reds driving very impressively to begin this one. I'm not sure they were down at half either. I just think they felt that turn it on here in the second, and they're doing that. Snap to Johnston. Fakes a handoff. Fumble, look out! Port Huron Northern football. Right there, jumps on it, and that's key.
That's huge.
I believe number 53 for Northern recovered that one. Not listed. It might be Chris Damon. Number 51, actually. What can you say about that, except
Huge.
They didn't really need that.
No. I mean, football is all about momentum, and it was seesawing here with, looks like PH had it in their favor clearly with the punt block that got the ball back driving, and unfortunately, Northern defense comes up big.
And I would think that's really a momentum swing at this point. So in the I formation, they give the shock. Beautiful tackling by the duo of Tony Washington and, of course, number 42, Corey Hunt, who's having a big game on defense, boy. So 2nd down and 9 now. So if you just joined us, it's been an up and down game, really, as we expected. The Battle of Port Huron 21-16 Huskies on top of the Big Reds to begin the second half of play. 8:47 to go in the third quarter, that is. Kemp, a couple fake handoffs, throws over the middle to Shock. Shock, first down and more. Fighting, steps out of bounds at the 42, and a first down for the Huskies. So at the 43, where Shock steps out of bounds, he's really their big receiver and really the playmaker on this Husky team. Him and Kemp, almost using sign language, they communicate so well out there. So we'll see. 1st and 10 now from the 43-yard line. Port Huron bringing some men up. Kemp, the handoff. This is Malachi, and nothing doing there. Gain of about 1 tops. Among tacklers, number 59, Roger Lefevre. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 8. And of course, Channel 6 tonight, CPHS. Very pleased to bring you this great Battle of Port Huron. Derek Work, Damian Polak. What's your version of this game so far in your mind? Were you very pleased at how well
I mean, it's just up and down. Not real domination by both sides. It's just one big play after another, really.
So Anthony Malachi, a quick give up the middle, gain of about 4 or 5 there. Be a 3rd down and short now.
And I think it's a game that it's all been hyped up to be also.
Well, it's like any other division rivalry, such as the Michigan State-Michigan game tomorrow. You throw records right out the door.
Sure.
And you just, because they always play up for each other.
I think the tickets for this game are a little bit cheaper, though.
Yeah, but just barely. All right, 3rd down and 2. The pitch back to Malachi. Malachi, a big hole, and more down at the 32-yard line. Anthony Malachi, there he is again. You give him one, you give him two, maybe a little, then he busts one, and he just did. A lot of weapons on this Husky team. Obviously, Shock, Marska, a talented receiver.
Then you got the Hogs up front. They're making the holes and giving these backs and
Kemp, a good quarterback. Yeah. Cedric Evans, Matt Shock. What can you say? They got a good team. But the Big Reds, a very talented defense, although I'm not too sure there as they jump offside. Both teams very good defensive teams and very fast, too.
Oh, yeah.
That is offside defense, which is the Big Reds in this case, so that'll push them up 5 yards. Penalties do hurt, but let's see if this Big Red team can maybe muster a reply to that and get back in this one. Kemp, an immediate just QB sneak for a yard. That might have been a deke maybe to waste it down. I don't know what's going on there. A quick dive forward, of course, on that QB sneak. Got him about a yard and a half maybe, so it'll be 2nd down and 3, sorry. Of course, the 5 yards being added on due to the penalty. 6:19 to go, 3rd quarter, 21-16. The Huskies on top of the Big Reds, and the Huskies driving. Kemp back to pass on a rollout. He's going to keep it himself. Going to get a good block from Shock. Look out to the 10. Out of bounds right there at the 10. So
I think that was a smart play. I know he had some receivers open, but once he ran out of the pocket towards the sideline, he had plenty of running room, so we just tucked it under. He picked up a block from Shock and got it down at the 10-yard line for a 1st down.
That's the other thing about Kemp that I think a lot of people don't realize often, as they don't with most quarterbacks at this level. He can really run, can he? Besides the good arm that he's got. So 1st and goal from the 10. A fake to Shock, and they didn't get much there. I think that might be Malachi. Yes, it is. Picks up 2. So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 8 now.
Prevost on the stop on that one.
Dependable secondary man, Matt Prevost.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes it 2nd and goal from the 8, as I mentioned. 5:37 to go now in the 3rd quarter. And Kemp brings the team out of the huddle. Power set. Malachi and Shock in the backfield. Kemp on a double fake. Touchdown, Huskies. That's a good call there. A double fake to both backs and then Kemp himself.
That is a risky play because he actually turned his back towards the defense, and anytime you do that, you don't know what's coming. But there was they bid on the fake and there was a hole. He just tucked it under and went for it. Stretched it out to make sure that he broke the plane on that goal line.
And that's what a turnover will do for you, like right there. They came a great drive for the Big Reds, spoiled on the turnover. And you can't keep giving a good offensive team like the Huskies this type of, help, I guess you could call it. Nonetheless, extra point try from Keith Christofferson. Coming up. Placed down, and here is the kick, and yes, he got her through. That makes it 28-16 now. Well, the Big Reds came out fired up, but the Huskies have answered back. As we mentioned, a very big crowd on hand. We mentioned it enough in the 1st quarter, but credit where credit is due. It's a big crowd, isn't it? Well, they are announcing the 50-50 draw here. You going to win tonight or what?
No.
No, not tonight, eh?
No. I just, I don't know. I could have won last week too, but
Well, I think you're maybe having compassion for the other people that would want to play
Yeah.
because I hear you win every time.
yeah.
Okay.
So I just let someone else have a chance.
A lot of people, a lot of pot money tonight for that 50-50.
Oh yeah.
Biggest crowd I've witnessed here at Memorial Stadium. It's a dandy.
Well, with it's not Crosstown Rivals. It's just not football. It's also a community event also. So that's good to see.
It's a capacity crowd.
Yep.
All right, Cranford taking to the 20, avoids one tackle. This guy's dangerous to the 30, 35, 40. Big run back, 50, down at the 44-yard line of the Huskies. I stressed earlier, you do not want to kick to that guy. What happens? They kick to him. Look at the damage he does.
I was surprised too, because he let that ball bounce, then sit on the ground for a while. I don't know if he was
And you know what?
he was
He's
gonna
hurt.
do. And he picked it up, then reverse field, and picked up some key blocks and just ran into Husky territory where their drive will start at the 43 of Northern.
And Cranford is hurt. Of course, those type of plays, you never know. He had a great run back. It is cold here. A great night for football, but a little chilly. Wee bit nippy. And that might be why Cranford is down. Of course, it hurts a lot more in the cold, as anyone will tell you. But a great run back for Cranford to the 44.
While we have this injury timeout, I'd like to take a moment and also congratulate the Port Huron Northern girls tennis team for their repeat of state champions last week in Midland, I believe it was.
Always nice to see.
Oh, especially, it's really hard to repeat, I guess, in high school sports, so it's nice to see that.
Well, I think Cranford really is hurt bad here. He looks to be limping off in pain. We'll see what happens there. We hope that's not serious. If we see him back in the game or up and running again, we'll let you know. Obviously, we hope the best for him.
Maybe we can get a report for our on-field associate.
Yeah. But a great run back from Cranford there. Okay, 1st and 10 for the 43 now. Big Red's got to fight back in this one. Tony Washington up the middle. Pretty good gain off a second effort and a gain of about 6. Tackle there by number 51, Chris Damon. Among tacklers, anyway. Still looking at about 2nd and 5. You got half the distance needed for the first down. John Scott comes back, gets the call to the outside, shakes off a couple tackles, and a very good run. He's close to the first down, which will be at the 32. Got a lot of gutsy runners on this Port Huron club, don't they? A lot of second effort.
And he was like, I don't know, slashing it or like bouncing around up there trying to break some tackles and left himself pretty vulnerable to a big hit, but unfortunately, fortunately, no injury.
Okay, so 1st and 10 from the 33. It was a first down. Let's see what Port Huron can do with it now. Washington follows outside, gets a couple good blocks. Late man coming, and that's a flag on the play. And I think that's coming back. That's a hold, I believe, on Port Huron. We'll have to wait and see. Yes, it is holding Big Reds, as I expected. That'll push them back 5. And you don't need that. We'll see if they can come back from that.
Here is your winning 50-50 ticket. The red ticket. 7-0.
So 4:08 to go, third quarter, 28-16 now, the lead for the Huskies. And the third quarter to this point has been pretty well dominated by the Huskies. First 2 minutes, Big Reds looked to come out like they were, well, a different team, but
Once again, it's a red ticket. 7-0. 7-6.
that hold is actually going to cost them, I think, 10 yards. So that's a big loss.
50-50 drawing.
Looks like, well, he did have the first down.
You're looking at 1st and, 19 now, so from the 41. So that really pushes them back. There's that movement on the line again. Defense moves with them. Looks to be sending some men in. Yes, they are. Here's the blitz. John Scott though outside, and a big gain there, and a gain of about 22 and a first down for John Scott. Some fan just threw a handful of 50-50 tickets. I guess he must have lost. Looked like graffiti, but he's very happy with that run by John Scott, and he's had a big day.
Oh yeah, that was an impressive play too. Get knocked back to a 1st and 19, but then they just came back with a 22-yarder to pick up the first down.
Okay, so it is 1st down and 10 from the 19. John Scott, here he comes again. Fake, Ricky Johnston straight up the middle, gain of about 2.
Ricky Nelson up the middle.
And among the core of tacklers, again, number 51, Chris Damon. And they read that pretty well. William Knight checking back in now for the Big Reds for Ricky Johnston. He had one great big run to open this half. About 35, 40-yard dandy.
2nd and 9.
So 2nd down, 9 yards. John Scott again coming back. I think that's a keeper though. And still going is John Scott again. A big gain to the 5. And he's pumped up. Look at him. Rightfully so. He's had a good game, hasn't he?
Well, he's carrying the load on this drive here, so
This is the best I've seen him. Of course, he doesn't maybe get a lot of the carries as opposed to Washington and Knight, but he is equally as good a player as he's demonstrating here today. So Washington and Knight, the backs in the backfield here. This is Washington. Big speed, a big burst down at the 1-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 1.
Washington on the carry.
No doubt about it, they're going to cash this one in. The edge closer still. So here we go, 2nd and goal at the 1. William Knight and Washington again. John Scott. Fake to Scott, the give to Knight. Nothing doing, no way. They didn't buy that one. No, sir. A whole horde of tacklers. Among tacklers, number 24, Matt Reynolds. Just like he hit a brick wall. So that was a big play. That makes it 3rd and 5. From it looks like the 5.
Loss of 4 on the play brings up 3rd and goal from the 5.
Well, this is a big play here, because if not, it brings up 4th down. You got to score here, I would guess. Same 2 backs in the backfield. There's the motion again. Here we go, Scott in motion. Washington to the outside. He's got a lot of room to run. No, tackled, and a beauty. Gain of about 1. But a beautiful tackle, Lee Naplin, who is really an excellent secondary player.
Looks like PH had the numbers out there too. It's just Naplin was the only one out there, but he fought off his block and
they sent number 24, John Scott, in motion to block on the left side.
4th and goal from the 4.
So this is it right now. The big red crowd getting behind them. They must score here, really. Knight and Washington, the 2 backs, they're getting loud here at Memorial Stadium. This is it. Knight and Washington fighting, nothing doing, down right there at the 2.
that was big. I think
That's huge.
total momentum turner now.
I tell you though, Damien, I gotta criticize the Port Huron coach for that one. I'm not sure I would really have called another run up the middle. I think maybe a quick out to the outside possibly.
Something in the flat, because I think Northern was ready for that one.
Well, here we go, 1st and 10 now. The Huskies, and they get about 1, maybe 2. That was Malachi up the middle.
Up by Knight.
Wow, these Port Huron fans, they get a little crazy, don't they?
2nd and 7.
They're making some calls down there now, giving some advice maybe to the coaches.
So that is the end of the third quarter of play with the score after 3. The Port Huron Northern Huskies 28 and the Big Reds of Port Huron 16. This is CPHS Channel 6, your home of high school football. And of course, we'll see us fourth quarter.
What if you had to choose between a flower and an elephant? What would you choose? What if you had to decide between a 100-year-old tree and a 1,000,000-year-old beach? Could you choose between drinking clean water or breathing clean air? Now you can choose all these things. EarthShare, the world's leading environmental groups working together. It's one choice we can all live with.
All right, welcome back to Memorial Stadium, where after 3 quarters of play, the Huskies lead the Big Reds, both Port Huron teams. It's the Battle of Port Huron. They lead them 28-16. And we have 2nd and 7 now. Big Reds failed to score at the 2, so that pushed the Huskies' ball right there. The pitch back to Malachi, gets to the 10, down to the 12.
There was a nice block there by number 87, Aaron White, the wideout.
Close to the first down, and
Just bring
might be a little short.
Malachi for a couple more yards.
That Malachi, a very dangerous back. So again, the gain of 5. It'll be 3rd down and 1. Fourth quarter has just begun. Big Reds trailing by 12, and they've really got to get a turnover here to get something going. Kemp, back to pass. No, he handed it right back up the middle, and I bought that one even. Pretty good fake.
And they got the first down.
Yep.
I think one key to the
Cedric Evans first down.
Northern offense is that they haven't had any plays where it's like a 1st or 2nd and long or anything like that. And they haven't been, the offense hasn't been penalized that much either.
So it'll be 1st and 10 now from the 15. Turnover here would be sweet, wouldn't it?
I think PH needs to have a turnover or some kind of defensive stop.
Oh, you can't let them drive, 90 yards? Not that they're going to, but we'll see. Kemp. Handoff. And I think half the Big Reds fell for that one. Lucky Mr. William Knight was there to bring that load down, or he could have had some running room. I say he, that's number 42, Trevor Weston, captain of this Husky team. And a very dependable, valuable captain he is. So it'll be 2nd and 8 now, again from the 16. Huskies a late substitution. I'm not sure. I think they're waving another player off, but I don't know what's going on there. Schock is in motion. Kemp back to pass, and a flag is on the play. That might have been too many men. I saw the Husky coach over there trying to wave a man off the field. And I think this might be too many men. No, it's going to be called a false start. Either way, it's a penalty. That pushes them back. Just what Port Huron needs to get back in this game.
They need to keep Northern pinned back there with, 2nd and 13.
And that's going to lead to good field position should they keep them in that area. So we'll see. So it'll be 2nd and 13. Clock still ticking. 9:30 goes in the game, and 28-16 for the Huskies on top. 3 wideouts and 1 back set now for Port Huron Northern. Schock in motion. Kemp back to pass. Blitz coming. Picks it up. Overthrows the intended receiver, number 87, Aaron White. And that's 3 or 4 times I think White's been overthrown today.
He had his man open. It was just.
Oh, these Port Huron Northern receivers, they do a good job at getting open.
Yeah.
So 3rd and 13. And this is a huge stop right here. If they can stop them here, can you imagine punting from your own end zone? That's what we could see.
And with the pressure that they've had on the last one, I wouldn't be surprised if they blocked it again.
Look out for Schock. I'd watch him. He's in motion. The give instead to Malachi, a big hole. Look out, 30 down at the 41-yard line. And there he goes again, and he's got to be over 100 yards now rushing. He's just had a phenomenal day, Malachi, on 2 or 3 big, huge runs.
That is a backbreaker, though. A 3rd and 13.
And good for him. He going off the field now to rest, and a much-deserved rest. He's had a great game. Well, the Big Red fans trying to get this defense rolling. They cannot afford to give up more points. We'll see what happens. Power set. Up the middle again they go. This time not much. Gain of about 3. On the tackle number 47, I believe. Chris Collier. Check that 17. Thought the 1 was a 4.
Honest mistake.
Yep. You're impressed with that mistake, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks. All right, 2nd and 6 from the 46. And we have a timeout on the field. Oh, they're saying roll the clock. I guess there is no timeout. So the ref indicated timeout signal, but there isn't. So it's 2nd down and 6 now. 8:20 remaining in the game. From the 46, here come the Huskies who are driving. Oh, bumps into Evans, but he gives to Evans nonetheless. Will Knight checking him down. Oh, what a tackle by Will Knight. That guy can flat out play this game. I'm sorry, but just the one-hand grab of his foot downed him. I have a feeling he's going farther than just high school football.
Well, with a play like that, I mean, looks like Evans had the outside corner, but Knight just tracked him down and tackled him. That shows a strength, too. It's just sticking the paw out there.
One arm,
yeah.
Okay, 3rd and 4 and a big stop here as well. I just clued into why Knight does sit off on offense. He does everything on defense. Nonetheless, they give it a shot. No, instead it's a reverse 2. Well, not a reverse, but a roll out the other side to, of course, Kemp, who picks up a 1st down to the 45-yard line. So the clock continues to roll now, another 1st down. And if I'm Port Huron right now, I'm thinking, how many more 1st downs can we afford to give up with the clock ticking away down by 12? Again, both these teams come in this game 4-3. Loser goes to 4-4. Winner 5-3. Very important game. Playoff implications possibly, although they might be out of the running. Need some help from a few teams to get those first place clubs down in record in order to do so. So it is 1st and 10. This from the 46-yard line now. Shaw coming in motion. Kemp, the pitch out. Malachi, but nowhere to go. A great stop there, number 43, Jeff Warzinski. Count it, yes, a 5-yard loss to the 50. That's huge.
They needed some kind of loss on PH. I mean, Northern had a block there. He had the kick-out block, but the runner tried to take it back upside, but...
Well, a missed block. Warzinski on the blitz. It worked. So it's 2nd and 16. The power set. 2 wideouts far side. Kemp on a rollout. Knight trying to block him, and he did a good job at that. And the throw was out there to Schock, but it overthrew. Among coverage on Schock, number 13, Matt Prevost. And that'll make a 3rd down and 16. And this, I got to stress it here, this is where they must stop.
Mm-hmm. This is no doubt about it.
Number 57, Randy Logan, checking out of the game. But he'll be back. You know he will be back. Okay, on that note, 3rd and 16 from the 48. There's a passing down. Shaw coming in motion again. So 3 wideouts. And the give up the middle to Malachi. Fumble! They get it back. That's huge. That's the turnover they needed right there. Jumping on the football, number 71, Will Cartagena. Definitely the defensive player of the game for this.
That was critical.
Guess you call him Will the Thrill on that one. Cartagena, some great tackles in this one, and a great one there to get the ball back right when they need it. Crunch time. So 6.5 minutes to go. A critical drive here for Port Huron. John Scott coming back again. Fake to him. Washington instead. Pretty big hole. Still going. Gain of about 8. And a good run there.
Number 19, Paul Priest on the stop.
Number 68 for Port Huron coming off shaken up. That's Julian Kennedy. We can only hope he's okay. He listed as a 5'8", 195-pounder. And, of course, a junior there. We hope he's all right. 2nd and 2 now. Washington, couple fakes. Big hole up the middle. A good gain of 10 there and a first down. Tony Washington to the 40. 2 pretty good back-to-back runs.
That's what they need to do.
Well, that's their style of football, and if it works, you keep doing it. Okay, so that's going to make it 1st and 10 from the 41. 5 and 40 ticks left in the clock. They give to John Scott. John Scott to the outside, fights his man, but only a short gain. Good defense and a great pursuit there by number 24, Matt Reynolds, for the Port Huron team. Northern team, that is.
And number 38, Lee Naplin also.
He's a big confidence booster on this defense, boy, Naplin. Of course, 3 interceptions last week against Warren Cousineau. There's that motion again. I find that really interesting myself, but 2nd and 7. And the snap handed off to John Scott. John Scott straight up the middle. Not much, maybe 2 more. That brings up 3rd and about 5. Well, they got to keep doing what they're doing and hope for the best. They got to get in. They're 2 scores away. 28-16 Huskies lead over the Big Reds here in the 4th quarter of play.
They have to do something soon with only 5 minutes left in the game. I mean, I know this offense isn't a quick strike offense, but maybe they can break one off here.
All right, Tony Washington off a snap. He's on a QB keeper, and he fights his way close to a first down. I don't believe he's got it. Yes, he does have it. So we're in a different angle, but he got her. And 5 minutes at that mark exactly on the clock. That was a big first down, obviously.
Keep the drive alive.
So 1st and 10 from the 28. There's that motion again. Offensive line shifting, so is his tight end. Snap to Will Knight right away. Takes it right up the middle for a short gain. Basically a waste of a down to get a couple yards.
Yeah,
I don't think you do that when
no.
the time's ticking like this. The time is not on the Big Red side at this point, and they're looking at the clock. You can bet on it. 4:11, the exact time. Prevost comes back. Knight a fake. Look at that guy fight down to about the 20-yard line, maybe the 22, 21. Brings up 3rd and, well, 3 or 4. Looks like 3. So Tony Washington gets the snap, and
Somebody moved.
I think we have a false start offense. That hurts if it is that, which it could very well be.
Yeah.
Yes, it is, false start. So instead of 3rd and 3, that makes it 3rd and 8, and that's disappointing.
That makes a world of difference down in almost into the red zone inside the 30.
Okay, so 3rd down and 8. 3:30 left in this game. It's been a dandy as we expected. Huskies by 12. Big play here. Will Knight, the give to John Scott. He's got a lot of blocking outside. Takes it, fights his way to the 17-yard line.
He had a gut out of bounds too, which also stopped the clock, so that was a nice play.
I believe that's close to a first down. And that's going to set up a 4th down and really the game, it looks like. 4th and inches. Oh, they're going to measure this one. Hold the phones, folks. You never know what's going to happen in the game of football.
Especially in high school football.
Yeah, there has been some key turnovers in this game. I think the turning point in this entire game, though, was that turnover early in the half where the Big Reds were dominating, and that just said, hey, slow down. You're not dominating us this much.
Right. Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, they just got the ball back after a block punt, got 2 points on a safety, and had pretty good field position, drove it in within maybe the 30-yard line and coughed the ball up. And they did pick up the first down, so.
That is a Big Red first down, yes. So very big first down. They're all big now.
Oh, sure.
3:14 to go. They got a score and then an onside kick, and we'll see. You never know. And what's wrong now? I don't think that play even progressed. Here we go. The same thing happens. A lot of men in motion trying to throw this Husky team offside. Let's see. Placed down, and here's the snap. And they give to Scott. Scott, nothing doing. No way! Brought down there by number 96 among tacklers, Pat Connell. And as well, number 59, Josh Duncan for the Huskies. So we're at the 3-minute mark, and the time to do something is now for the Big Reds. They've ran this clock down a long ways. Of course, it hurts when you don't have the pass at your side. Washington follows Will Knight up the middle, fighting, down to the 13-yard line. I think I'd take a timeout here.
I agree with you. I mean, dude, this run offense just takes up way too much time, especially when you get into crunch time.
Of course, when you have players like Cranford back to return kicks and all that, you never know. But, well, they need the onside kick, first of all. Special teams play critical. Washington, a rollout, avoids one tackle, trying to avoid another, is going to run instead. What a job by Washington to get back, and I don't know, how'd he do it?
I don't know, but he had number 24 standing on the goal line, waving his arms, and he just failed to see him. John Scott was on the 5-yard line waving his arms around, but there was just too much pressure by the Huskies.
Well, pressure always makes you nervous no matter who's over.
And I think that's just an inexperience with running a pass play. I mean, run the ball, and then when it comes to a pass play, you just got to make it happen.
All right, the Battle of Port Huron, a no bigger high school football game you'll see on this station. 28-16 the score, Huskies, 2 minutes to play in this one. Big Reds kind of a disappointing second half. They started off on fire with a safety, but since then have been zeroed with the scoring. Are threatening here to score, and it'd be huge if they could make this game a little closer. We've seen a pretty good game though on the whole.
It's everything that you expect in a crosstown rival. The crowd's getting into it. I mean, the whole community comes out to see this one. It's just unfortunate with both of them coming in on 4-game winning streaks that one of them has to lose.
Okay, so 4th and 7 now. This is it, really, the game. Let's see, Scott. The give to Knight, and he got a lot of yards. I don't know.
He got,
the way the Huskies are celebrating, and judging by the mark, it's going to be pretty close.
Nope.
No, he didn't get it. The Huskies take over on downs. Guess what, folks? That's the ball game. A minute 46 to go, but, well, and that's too bad. That's twice now they've been stopped in a short yardage, just almost to the mark.
Mm-hmm. Well, football is a game of inches.
Indeed it is.
You got to credit the defense, though, with, PH was running the ball, keeping the drive alive, and the defense toughened up there and said no more.
Okay, so 1st and 10, and they'll just run it up the middle, waste some clock, as they smartly should.
I think they might have to get maybe one more first down in the
Some of the big red players throwing their helmets and not
disguise.
too happy, yeah. And rightfully so. It could be frustrating in those type of situations. But I take my hat off to one player today, John Scott. I think he's really played a gutsy game and deserves really recognition for that.
Sure,
He's played
yeah.
a great one. And some very key runs for this team when they needed it, Port Huron Big Reds. And they'll get over this. John Scott's a good football player. I'm sure he will too. And as for the player of the game for the other team, Port Huron Northern, it could go to many people. They've all played a really good one, haven't they? But I got to give it to Malachi for that club. I think he's had the biggest runs of the day. Just when Port Huron may be creeping back in, Malachi shuts them up.
I could probably give it to the O-line of Northern, too, because
Some good blocks.
spring the holes, and Kemp was under pressure at times, but for most of the part of the night, I know he didn't throw that much, but he seemed to have time to throw.
Okay, they're probably just going to run down some more clock as they're doing, yes. And he broke a tackle, actually. Matt Schock out to the 22-yard line. For a receiver, he's an awful good back, too, isn't he?
Very versatile.
You know what? It's almost a shame for this Port Huron Northern club. The beginning of the year, they kind of didn't know what they were going to do on the year offensively. We mentioned after 2 or 3 games, they switched Schock and put him at receiver for Kemp. Had they started with Kemp at QB and Schock at wideout, Schock is an incredible wideout and Kemp's a good quarterback. If they'd have done that, you know, with the balance of Malachi and Cedric Evans, I'm not sure this team might not be first place in this division.
I know Coach Casera, his rookie head coach here, and he brought in a whole, basically a whole new offense. And with a new offense, you got to learn the plays, techniques, stuff like that. So it might have taken them the first 3 games to get things going, but
It's just a shame now, so late in the year, that they really do get it going in a big way. I mean, their domination of Cousineau last week.
sure. And with them playing in the MAC Red Division, one of the toughest divisions of Michigan high school football, and holding down, I believe, a 2nd place in the MAC Red, that just shows that the Huskies are for real.
Definitely a future on this team. As we mentioned, Kemp for next year, he's just a junior. He'll be there, 5'8", 148-pound quarterback, a senior next year. So he's a junior this year. He'll be back. And, Matt Schock will not return. He's a senior, but other key players, Cedric Evans will be back. So then again, here's your starting quarterback. Your starting back will return. You never know.
And hopefully, going down the list here, there could be a
Malachi is a senior.
future of the O-line.
Yep. Who have played, as you mentioned, very well.
Yeah, it all starts with the O-line down in the trenches. So if you can't establish the line of scrimmage, you can't do much with your offense. And we probably have a delay of game here, I think, by Port Huron Northern yet.
Well, the Port Huron Big Reds, they are going to lose a lot of people for next year, so they might have to start from scratch. They're going to lose Washington, Scott, and Knight in the backfield. They're 3 best players as far as I'm concerned. And, we'll see. Players such as Matt Prevost and Cranford, who are obviously very capable as well.
And
we'll
with
see.
High school football, it's also, players develop over the summer, also in the off season, so you never know who's going to be next year's star.
Yeah, it might get some good freshmen.
Sure.
Yep.
And a freshman that Northern
has a good future too.
Yeah, is Keith Christopherson, their place kicker. So he's only a freshman. So hopefully over the summer he'll develop his kicking game also.
Well, that's about going to wrap this game up. 20 seconds left to go. It's 3rd and 17, but that doesn't really matter now. I think they're just letting the time run out, basically. I don't think they need to run off another play.
Yeah.
This is a huge win. The Battle of Port Huron has been taken. The Huskies have got it, 28-16. Congratulations to them. That's about going to wrap it up from Memorial Stadium. That's it. The Huskies have defeated the Port Huron Big Reds today, 28-16. Your final thoughts on this game?
Well, I mean, it's just unfortunate that they have a team like our Port Huron team for the Big Reds to lose this game. I know it was a well-played game. A couple of breaks didn't go their way, but they shouldn't have anything to hang their heads about.
Yep.
And I just had to congratulate Port Huron Northern on winning the Brick Fowler trophy. It was gone for 1 year, but now will be rested in the hollow halls of Port Huron Northern trophy.
Okay, so that's going to about wrap it up now from Memorial Stadium with the final score. The Port Huron Northern Huskies at 28 and the visiting, well not the visiting, but the Port Huron Big Reds 16. Hope you enjoyed the game, everybody. This is CPHS Channel 6. I'm Derek Wark, Damian Polak, and have a great night, everybody.
We are requesting that both teams line up on their respective 45-yard line after you display good sportsmanship and shake each other's hands. Line up on their 45-yard line for the presentation of the Brick Fowler Trophy. Tonight, the trophy will be presented by Mr. Gordy Jamison, Port Huron Area School District Athletic Director. I'd like to take a few minutes to tell you about Mr. Cecil Brick Fowler. Mr. Fowler was born in England, came to Port Huron in 1926. His football teams won the 1928 and 1937 state championships. And his basketball team won 11 regional titles. Mr. Fowler served as City Summer Playground Director, Arch of Dimes Chairman, and he helped found the Michigan High School Coaches Association in 1955. He was made a member of the Michigan High School Coaches Hall of Fame in 1957 and the Port Huron Hall of Fame in 1974. Brick lived in Port Huron until his death in 1992 at the age of 90. Truly exemplifies the spirit of the Big Red and Husky athletics. The trophy was donated in 1966 and has been part of this tradition for the last 30 years. Tonight, Mr. Jamison will present it to Casey Kucera and the Port Huron Northern Huskies.